condo with your side guy?
Raw. We might go raw a little bit. Raw. Raw dog. Raw dog Jamal. Raw dog.
Advice for the girls. I wish somebody had told me. Hot take, but this is true. Don't go for personality over looks, because a guy is going to disappoint you no matter what. And it's way worse when they're ugly.
We need to stop dating ugly men. We're feeding into their delusions. They think they can pull every one of us now. They are incorrect. We need to stop lowering our standards. Okay.
This video has been going pretty, I guess, kind of viral in the men's space. And I could comment on her looks, you know, but I want to actually comment on the part where the idea that this is kind of the problem, where modern day women are so superficial that they think is because a man is ugly or good looking or rich or poor or whatever, that is what makes a man, that's what determines a man, how he treats a woman. Instead of dating a man by the cover alone, right, what he shows, you know, the car he drives, how tall he is, how handsome he is, the money he flashed, the dates he takes you to, right, the fake words, you know, the charm, the lies, right, that he spews to get with you. Instead of looking at all that stuff, how about look for a man, judge a man, focus on a man's morals, his character. You know, how about being an in-depth talk about a man's personality, his beliefs, his thoughts, you know, something deeper, so you could see what type of man he is. Does he believe in monogamy? Does he believe in marriage? You know, what does he believe? How would he be like a father? Like, what he true? How does he think about kids? Just something deeper. But no, women. I've seen videos where women say, "Stop dating broke men." Now, I mean, stop dating ugly men. That's like the two biggest thing. The two biggest thing on a woman's priority list: his wealth and his looks. And yet they complain about why are they being treated terrible, because that's all you care about. So no surprise how these men treat you. And now you think that, okay, let me lower my standards and date a broke man, an ugly man, thinking that those men will treat you better. It's ridiculous. When you when you glaze over his character, his morals, his personality, and you still go for his looks, even if it's subpar looks, you still go for his looks or his money or supposed money, right? Because if I go for broke, if I go for ugly, he'll treat me better. Ridiculous. And I want to say this too: for a woman that thinks a man is ugly, well, there could be another woman that thinks he's good looking. So really, women's judge of, I'm going for medium ugly. It's ridiculous.
I think if you're ever going to rate yourself, you should always rate yourself a 10, because you become more attractive when you hear how a person thinks. 10.
Okay, so you're a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a 10. I have some makeup remover here. Does anybody want to revise their answer?
It's funny that women are the most adamant of not liking cocky guys, right? They always say, I don't like a cocky guy. So to call yourself perfect, as in a 10 out of 10, isn't that the definition of being cocky? Right? It's not even confidence anymore. It's just like you're pure cocky, right? You think yourself as perfect, as nothing needs to improve. It's not confidence anymore, right? Saying that, you know what, if you're 5, you're 6, or 7, that's kind of confidence, right? Saying that you're 5 and then you think that you're a 9, you're going overboard. And then saying, you're 5 and then saying you're 10, yeah, That's the degree of cockiness. This is the problem with women. You don't understand. Saying you're a 10, saying you're perfect is such a turnoff because you have no self-reflection. It's not confidence anymore. Like I said, it's just being cocky. And that's the problem with modern day women. They're all have inflated egos. Every woman thinks they're perfect. Or at least any woman that says she's a 10 thinks she's perfect. And it's that thought is why people say that average women don't want average men, because average women think of themselves as perfect 10s. Okay, and that's just looks. That's not even putting personalities on the line. So this is the ridiculousness of modern day women. They think they're perfect, so they're better than you. So average men are not in their league, and they're invisible to them.
Created a generation of narcissistic women, and what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be in with it, every poor choice is glamorized. And every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women. If I post a picture online, a bikini picture online, there's nothing my husband can do that could compete with that level of accolade.
Attention.
Impossible.
The compliments, the attention, the messaging, that you're so sexy and beautiful, and all these different things from thousands or potentially millions of men
around the world
who have money and all these things.
Yeah, and there's nothing he can do. He can't post online and get the same reaction. And more so, he can't give me the same level of validation. So what's happened is we've created a setup in society that means men have to compete with a level of validation they can't compete with.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this what the fuck I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my fucking door. You open up the door. You pull out the chart if it's a chart, and you cut my fucking steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some fucking home training, hoe. If you take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. The fuck? They pre-cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this ass? Do the work. Do the work. We going on multiple dates. You want some ass from me? We going on multiple dates. We putting in effort. Bitch, we doing what we gotta do to get some ass. Fuck on.
Women who say body count doesn't matter, and specifically, we're not talking about whether it does to men or not, because this is the argument that women typically make. Why should my body count matter? The first reason it matters is biologically, evolutionarily, paternity uncertainty. Secondly, women are not very discerning about the men that they lay down with. If you pay attention to women who actually sleep with men, a lot of men try to get in without condoms. You notice that STI rates go up. Third, the psychological effects that it has on women. Women typically are promiscuous when they have something else going on. Substance abuse, former abuse in their early teen stages. These kind of things manifest. That's why a woman's past matters, because it's indicative that she'll exhibit poor behavioral tendencies.
You want a man to be traditional and take care of you, protect you, then you should be a traditional woman on your end. And if you don't want to be a traditional woman, that's fine. You can have your hot girl summers, do what you want to do. But we're splitting the bill. I'm not going to protect you. We're going to be equal. But you guys don't want that. You want a guy that's going to be tall, attractive, charming. You want him to bring certain traits to the table, but he can't demand anything from you. And I'm saying that's bullshit. If I'm going to be tall, athletic, in shape, confident, charming, make more money than you, be a leader, protect you in times of danger, whatever, asking you to not shake your ass around a bunch of other guys is a small request. But that's too much for y'all. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's why this podcast exists. That's why, like, men can't speak like this. I think it is ridiculous that men have to bring so much to the table just to get a girl, for her to say, I'm gonna do what I want to do. No, fuck that shit. You can do what you want to do, but you're not gonna get a relationship with me. And I think guys should put their foot down and hold women to standards like you guys hold us to
There was a
standards.
study done in the UK. I believe it was in 2014, and then it was done again in 2019. It revealed that over 50% of women have a backup plan while still in committed relationships. This means that they have a plan B in case their current relationship fails. Women initiate 70% of the divorces in America. When it comes to college educated women, this number jumps up to 90%.
Single man looking to get married, don't date American women. And here's why. The United States is #1 in divorce rate, with over 60% ending in divorce. And over 70% of them are initiated by the woman, and even more if they have an education. One of the leading causes for it is financial issues. These American honeys are being taught one thing: take your money and run. And they'll take all of it, anywhere from 10 to 40%, and even more if you have children with them. So if you're looking for a cheap solution, sign a fucking prenup. Or if you want to eliminate the whole issue, a passport's literally like $100, $130. I know there's gonna be some women watching this going, we'll just find another man. Really? Because by 2030, 45% of you ages 25 to 44 are going to be single and remain that way. Also, fun fact, 25 to 44 is also the main window of fertility, which means no babies after that. Now, for men who it's already too late and you think you found the love of your life, have them sign the prenup. Do not let them twist you into thinking it doesn't need to happen.